Let's rack 'em up and knock 'em down.
Breaking into the new year with a literal bang. Hell hotels, star-studded casts fighting crime, hedonistic practices, and war and combat like you've never seen before. All of that and more are packed in just the very first month of 2024. Welcome to Cnext. Today, we're ranking the top 10 best TV shows of 2024, the January edition. Get your popcorn ready, set, and let's go.
So, who's the monster?
Number 10, Expats.
You know, Hong Kong was supposed to be a fresh start for me.
A fresh start, really? At 24?
This story will haunt you. And the unsettling tension that makes you feel like you're about to snap too will stay with you. Based on the novel The Expatriates by Janice Y.J. Lee, Expats tells the story of 3 American women living abroad in Hong Kong whose lives, over the span of a year, unravel in the most chaotic, violent, and will make a sane person snap way. At the front and center is Nicole Kidman as Margaret, faces public disaster and the loss of her identity. Then we have Sarah Yu Blue's Hillary, Margaret's friend who leads an opposite career-centered, child-free lifestyle but still faces her own existential crisis. Lastly is Ji Young Yu's Mercy, who's Expat's narrator and who's failing to achieve a fresh start.
I think we need to think about getting out of here. Because we're drowning and you don't see it.
The minute our feet leave Hong Kong soil, we are abandoning our son.
Number 9, Has Been Hotel.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm opening the first of its kind, a hotel that rehabilitates sinners.
A den of iniquity, or just what you needed to prove yourself to an angel? Run by Charlie, Lucifer's non-violent daughter and princess of hell, Has Been Hotel is open for all, as in demons who were seconds away from being annihilated due to overpopulation. Has Been Hotel is exactly what it looks like, but it's not a kid's show. Stephanie Beatriz, who plays Charlie's girlfriend Vaggie, described this series as delightfully horny, unhinged, and ridiculous, in the best way possible. Charlie has a noble goal: to redeem demons and get them to abandon their evil-doing ways. Of course, she has help: her lesbian girlfriend Vaggie, Angel Dust, an adult movie star, and radio demon Alistair. There's music, laugh-out-loud moments, and themes that cover everything from religion to morality and redemption.
Time I remind everyone why I'm here.
Number 8, Echo.
What did you do? Don't be afraid.
Maya Lopez, aka Echo, may have left an indelible mark on you during her time on the Hawkeye series. The young, deaf amputee with a vendetta against Jeremy Renner's Clint Barton left us feeling like she was a villain. But Echo the series flips the script, and she's definitely justified in her mission and super violent. Like top-notch, more violent than Daredevil violent. Fueled by the need for vengeance, you'll see why after you watch her origin story. Lopez's fight is specifically against Wilson Fisk and his army. But she's not just really a talented, angry martial artist. Lopez can echo others' fighting abilities, making her impossible to fight. And when needed, she can draw from the strength of her Choctaw ancestors.
You and I are the same.
Number 7, Feud, Capote vs. the Swans, Season 2.
Hello, ladies. Mind if I sit down?
Oh, I wish you could, but we're being joined in just a second.
A whopping 7 years after Ryan Murphy's first season of Feud, Capote vs. the Swans is everything we expected and more. Dubbed the original Housewives, these women aren't your average socialites. Based on Lawrence Lerner's book, Capote's Women, A True Story of Love, Betrayal, and a Swan Song for an Era, the series follows the calamitous aftermath of writer Truman Capote exposing his swans, aka Babe Paley, Slim Keith, Ann Woodward, Lee Radziwill, CZ Guest, and Joanne Carson. Their lifestyles are more than just gold rushes. They're betrayers, betrayed, hedonistic, indulgent, and bloodthirsty for Capote's blood after he revealed their secrets to the public.
Why would you want to hurt them? You cannot splay these things out.
Number 6, The Brother's Son.
I don't think we've ever hugged before.
They're
Probably gonna die, so might as well get one in before you go.
The brother's son is built on layers and generational trauma. First, you have Michelle Yeoh's Eileen's son, an immigrant mother who's doing the best she can to provide for her son Bruce. Bruce isn't the prodigal, college-attending son she thinks she's sending tuition checks to. Samsung Lee's character is a medical student who loves medical marijuana too much to pay for his collegiate education. Hence, his need to join a low-stakes drug gang, if something like that ever existed. Then we have the eldest, Charles Chairleg's son of Big Son, who's the head of the Jade Dragons triad. Charles is reunited with his mother and brother by the assassination of the head of a Taiwanese triad. Protect the family is their motto. Charles's enemies come knocking, resulting in action-packed fight scenes, superhero-esque combat, and family dynamics that will get you glued to the screen.
Mom?
Number 5, Griselda.
I heard that you like my product. We can make a lot of money together.
Pablo Escobar has only said this about one person. The only man I was ever afraid of was a woman named Griselda Blanco. You've probably already seen the pictures of Modern Family's Sofia Vergara clad in transformative makeup. Griselda is a high-stakes series about the cocaine godmother. Griselda is as terrifying as it gets, a cutthroat drug lord who's charming enough to convince you to join her cartel and cunning enough to outsmart every person who challenges her. Griselda has resulted in a Breaking Bad-esque effect where you're rooting for the anti-hero, definitely villainous protagonist. Griselda goes through the phases, running from an abusive husband, tempted by money, and then running a tight ship and fighting misogyny. And eventually, her downfall.
I want to cut her head off.
Váyase a casa, señora.
Number 4, Boy Swallows Universe.
He did bad things, didn't he?
We all do bad things sometimes.
How do you combine fever dream-like realism, crime, and mystery in a suburban setting? There is nothing on the market that's like Boy Swallows Universe. Set in Brisbane, Australia in the 1980s, we have Eli Bell and a red telephone with a mysterious voice on the other side. It's based on the 2018 novel by Trent Dalton. Bell, played by Felix Cameron and Zach Burgess, has a plate full of trouble. A recovering addict mom, a dealer stepdad, an absentee father, and schoolyard bullies. For company, there's his older brother Gus, who can only be understood by Eli, Eli's best friend and ex-con, Slim Holiday, inmate Alex Bermuda, and his crush, crime journalist Caitlin Spies.
Get him out of here.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm just trying to make it better for everyone.
Number 3, Ted.
I'm gonna need your parents' phone numbers.
My parents are out of town.
I don't have parents on account I'm a teddy bear that came alive.
Who would have thought? One TV show few people had on their bingo card for 2024 was a series adaptation was Ted. You remember the renowned 2012 movie starring Mark Wahlberg? This is the prequel to it, set in 1993. Only now, Ted is living with a 16-year-old John Bennett in Boston. The animated teddy bear is voiced by Seth MacFarlane, of course, and he's still as witty and rude and funny as he is in the original movies. What did life with a teenage Bennett and a younger Ted look like in a house full of equally chaotic and opinionated people?
You and me have been best friends like our whole lives. We're about to get high for the first time. Can we have drugs, please? Let's do this right.
Number 2, Masters of the Air.
What's the move? We lead our boys through it.
You need to take in a deep breath before this. Meet the Bloody 100th, an American 8th Air Force Division during World War II, who, well, that's where the need for air comes from. These men were trapped in a B-17 bomber in leather oxygen masks and only had their own eyes to locate their target and pens and papers to make their calculations. As if being in occupied territory and carrying dangerous bombs wasn't enough. Masters of the Air has been in development since 2013, the brainchild of Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks. And if nothing else fails, look at the star-studded cast.
We're getting through this, even if the odds are stacked against us.
Before we reveal our first pick, let's look at some honorable mentions. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Fool me once. Solo Leveling. Criminal Record.
What is he hiding?
Let it go. Dan is one of the good ones.
Monsieur Spade.
I'm going to ask you some questions, easy questions. Sound good? Off we go.
Number 1, True Detective, Night Country, Season 4.
Take a look in the mirror. No one can stand you.
I'm just gonna do this one thing. Work together to close this case.
True Detective Night Country is based on 2 sinister tales. The Mary Celeste, a 19th century ship whose crew mysteriously vanished en route to Italy. It's also based on the chilling story of the 1959 Dyatlov Pass incident. 9 Soviet hikers, for a still unknown reason, abandoned their campsite and went on to freeze to death in various locations in the nearby woods. This particular incident is so creepy that whatever had chased them out of their tents is said to not have even been human. This season of True Detective follows detectives as they battle their own demons and tackle difficult, haunting cases like this.
That night out on the ice, you saw something.
I saw nothing.
You're a liar.
And those are the top 10 best TV shows of January 2024. What did you think? Did we miss one of your favorites? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell below to be notified of new content. Thanks for watching.